Before you buy off-grid land, there's something I want you to understand, and it's not very exciting. A lot of people envision immediately the fantasy property, the perfect homestead, everything they could ever dream of, their hopes and desires. And I think to some extent I'm guilty of that too. But I never did this to become rich. I simply wanted somewhere stable that I could land on my feet. I took this roadmap because I wanted something that didn't require me to get lucky. Here's something a lot of people don't understand about off-grid. Land is not difficult because it's remote. It's difficult because you need to execute all of the steps in the right order. And the people who fail get it backwards. They buy land because it feels like progress. And it is progress. But then they start to plan water, thinking about the topography, how things will work with the county, the budget, the timeline. And it'd sure be easier if all of that stuff was planned out ahead of time. It's not that they're not intelligent, it's that they are trying to solve all the problems at once. And Helga, she's sleeping. If they simply knew what order to focus on them and what stuff didn't matter at all, it would simplify the entire process. Calling every single county before I even bought the land and knowing what questions to ask made all the difference. If there's one principle I could give you before you buy anything, it would be this. Do not buy land until you know the path that you're going to be taking. Not the fantasy path, but the real one. I talk about this openly in my free guide on my website, and it's not an internet free guide like I'm used to seeing, and you're probably used to seeing too. This is something that I spent a lot of time on. I was going to publish a third book, but instead of that, I gave this to you guys for free. Believe me when I tell you it's complete. You can learn everything you need to know to start your own homestead like I did, for free. When I moved out here in 2020, I was just rolling the dice, I didn't have guardrails or a structure or a path really. I made a path to the best of my ability. But looking back, hindsight is 2020, and now I can give to you everything that would have been nice to have in the first place. I've laid out the path. All anyone has to do is decide if they're going to take it. Because starting out off-grid, the number one most valuable thing you can have is clarity. Once you understand the sequence, things get a lot more simple. It's not going to be easy, but it is more simple. All I'm really saying is before you make the big decision to buy land, ask yourself if you really fully understand what your county expects. Do you understand access, easements, and so on? Do you have a realistic budget and timeline? And do you really understand what you're signing up for? If you can answer those questions honestly, then you're ahead of most people. And if you can't, that's okay, you're just still in the thinking phase. Which is exactly where you should be before you commit to spending thousands of dollars. And that's the point of the video.